Whoopi Goldberg has kept quiet about her love life until now. Given how long Whoopi Goldberg has been in the public eye, we don't know much about her personal life. Most people are aware that she's been married 3 times. However, how does the Sister Act actress feel about her previous relationships? Is she brushing it off like one of her renowned characters does? Or is she concealing a deep source of pain? In a series of honest interviews, Goldberg ultimately revealed the shocking reasons for her private life's failure. This is shocking considering the actress is very guarded about her private life. She even relocated to a quiet New Jersey community to evade public scrutiny. She's also declined to divulge information about her personal life in the past, preferring a life of secrecy. So what's changed? Something has clearly changed her perspective. After all, the actress recently revealed details about her 3 marriages in 2 incredibly candid interviews. By the way, in case you didn't know, her marriages were to Alvin Martin, David Clayson, and Lyle Trachtenberg. But what did Goldberg think of the failed relationships? Of course, Goldberg began with a lighthearted remark. The first marriage lasted 6 years. Piers Morgan said during their chat, the second one was 2 years long, and the previous one lasted a year. And Goldberg said, and I suppose that, you have to actually be in love with the person that you marry. Despite getting the laugh, the actress would soon reveal her true feelings. In 1973, Goldberg married her first husband, Alvin Martin. During that time, Alexandria, Alex Martin, the comedian's only child, was born. But Goldberg couldn't hold out, and the pair divorced in 1979. And this was exactly about the time her career took off. Was it an accident? In any event, Steven Spielberg put her with Oprah in The Color Purple. The coming-of-age story was also a great hit, earning Goldberg an Oscar nomination. According to film reviewer Roger Ebert, her performance was one of the most amazing debut performances in movie history. That's an excellent review. Things were not going so well away from the cameras. Between 1985 and 1988, Goldberg appeared in 7 films. She met her second husband while working on the 1986 romantic comedy drama Jumpin' Jack Flash. David Clayson, the film's director of photography, fell in love with its lead, and the pair married later that year. But their relationship was short-lived, and they divorced only 2 years later. As with her first failed marriage, the actress remained largely silent about her second. She also kept quiet about her year-long affair with former Bond actor Timothy Dalton. The famous pair dated for approximately a year, and Dalton even escorted Goldberg to the 1991 Academy Awards. She won Best Supporting Actress that night for her outstanding performance as wacky clairvoyant Oda Mae Brown in Ghost in 1990. However, Dalton was not mentioned in the acceptance speech. Awkward. Goldberg's depiction as a Reno cabaret singer turned nun in Sister Act launched her to prominence the following year. The box office success of the musical prompted a 1993 sequel and a theatrical production, both of which the actress produced and subsequently starred in. Goldberg co-starred with Ted Danson in the comedy Made in America in 1993, which was released the same year as Sister Act 2. Hello Magazine, the co-stars, had already forged a bond after meeting on the Arsenio Hall show in the 1980s. However, love reportedly blossomed between the two during the filming of Made in America, and thus started a contentious relationship because, although Goldberg was unmarried at the time, Danson was not. Yes, the love rat had a wife and 2 children. While the secret couple attempted to keep their affair private, word quickly spread to the press, and Danson's wife, Cassandra Coates, kicked him out. In particular, she divorced him for a cool $30 million. That's an expensive breakup. What made matters worse was that the actor's romance with Goldberg lasted barely 18 months after that. According to media accounts, the breakup was caused by parental pressure on the Mr. Mayor star. It's all really sad, actually. What's more, Goldberg seems to have had strong affections for her previous sweetheart. When asked about their breakup, she told Closer magazine, "It was really painful and it was very public, and losing his friendship is quite painful. We can never go anywhere and get a soda," the Ghost star bemoaned. "I'm friends with almost every man I've gone out with except this man." Of course, it's difficult to evaluate from the outside, but the actress was undoubtedly on the rebound from Danson when she married her third spouse a year later. In October 1994, Goldberg married actor Lyle Trachtenberg, but the couple separated the following year. Meanwhile, Danson married fellow actress Mary Steenburgen after falling in love while filming Pontiac Moon the same year. The pair is still going strong after more than 20 years. But Goldberg recovered and her career flourished throughout the 1990s. She co-starred in the joyful 1994 love film Corinna Corinna with Ray Liotta and voiced alpha hyena Shenzi in Disney's The Lion King, which was released the same year. In 1996, the actress had a 4-picture run that included the fantasy feature Bogus, which also starred Gerard Depardieu and Haley Joel Osment. In her next film, Eddie, the comedian, portrayed a basketball enthusiast who ended up coaching the New York Knicks. Although the film was a critical and commercial failure, Goldberg found love with her co-star Frank Langella during production. Things became more serious as the pair lived together for 5 years until the relationship ended in 2001. So what transpired between the two celebrities? We'll never know for certain. Goldberg, as is customary, has been silent about the breakup, and Langella, despite being a notorious former Lothario who allegedly had affairs with a slew of famous women, including Jackie Onassis and Rita Hayworth, has remained silent. According to The Guardian, the Frost-Nixon actor exclusively addresses prior conquests who are no longer with us. Meanwhile, the Sister Act star returned to Broadway in 1996, replacing Nathan Lane in the Sondheim musical comedy A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum as Pseudolus. In 1998, Goldberg co-starred with Angela Bassett in the romance drama How Stella Got Her Groove Back. The next year, she veered away from her customary comic genre with Girl Interrupted, a dramatic psychological drama in which she portrayed a mental nurse. In the 1990s, Goldberg appeared in 29 films, grossing a total of $1.3 billion in the United States and Canada. That accomplishment established her as the most hardworking film star of the decade, with A.C. Nielsen EDI naming her as the actress who appeared in the most theatrical films in the 1990s. That's not a terrible brag. However, as the new millennium approached, the star's film career began to wane. With the arrival of 2000s, Goldberg's focus shifted from films to television and stage acting. She had her own program, Whoopi, in 2003, but it was canceled after just 1 season due to low ratings. And the TV star demonstrated her political views in the medical drama Strong Medicine, which she co-created and appeared in on occasion. The show's presenter also appeared in Whoopi's Little Berg, a Nickelodeon kids miniseries. In 2006, the actress began her own morning radio discussion program, Wake Up with Whoopi. A year later, she announced her retirement from cinema acting, citing a shortage of movie screenplays as the cause. You know, there's no room for the very talented Whoopi, the diva complained in a 2007 interview with talk show host Larry King. There is now no space in the movie market. Goldberg has appeared in a few films since that announcement, including voicing Stretch in Toy Story 3 and for Colored Girls, both in 2010. But she's mainly known for her work on The View, where she's been a regular since taking over for Rosie O'Donnell in 2007. During her time as a co-host, the TV personality has also ruffled a few feathers. In 2010, for example, she controversially backed Mel Gibson during racist allegations against him. The actress has always been vocal, even on marriage and relationships. While finding someone to settle down with is the ultimate goal for most of us, The View host revealed that it's not for her. Yes, after years of keeping quiet about why her 3 marriages failed and love had never lasted, Goldberg finally revealed the truth. It was a real eye-opener. The celebrity of big and small screens initially revealed the news in a 2011 episode of Piers Morgan Tonight. When questioned about her previous marriages by the show's notorious presenter, Goldberg revealed that she'd never genuinely loved her spouses. "I suppose that, you have to actually be in love with the person that you marry," she told Morgan. "You must be completely dedicated to them, and I just don't have that kind of commitment." The actress also said that she married her 3 spouses in order to fit in and feel normal. "And it seemed to me that if I was married, I'd have a more normal life," she said. But that's clearly not the case. "There's no compelling motive to marry. You must really want a life with someone through ups and downs, and I simply realized that wasn't for me." Goldberg revealed to Morgan that she had previously been in love. However, it appears that it was not meant to be. The ghost actor would only say that the guy in issue was not renowned and is now married with a family. When the show's host apologized for the failure, Goldberg simply replied, "Lots of other things did, so I didn't fare too poorly." In 2019, The View co-host shared her thoughts on relationships with the New York Times. "Look, people expect you to have a boyfriend," Goldberg said, at the expectations of women to marry. They anticipate your marriage, so I continued trying, but I didn't want to share information with anybody else. I don't want anybody asking me why I was doing what I was doing or having to make the other person feel better," the Sister Act actor said. "But if you're in a relationship, you have to do those things, and it took me a long time to realize I didn't want to." You have to give her credit for her candor. Goldberg reiterated her prior statements to Piers Morgan about how the urge to settle down with another person had not come easy to her. "I'd be thinking, why don't I feel what I'm supposed to feel? Then one day I realized I don't have to do this," the TV personality concluded. "I'm not required to comply. I attempted marriage, but it wasn't for me. You can't get married because everyone expects you to."